Hello, dear friend. Welcome back. Our adventurers are about to spend their first night in the lower district of Kirdrogot with their friendly host, Zuka. As they help her prepare supper and beds for the night, Eve has a vision that will shed some light on some secrets of the past.
Nervous because what if the little shit Kyotan is like a little spy fucker for
Magugu.
Other Mog or, other worse things.
Other worse things is also scary, but I'm just very worried. I'm worried she's gonna get there and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
Throw her in the dungeon.
Yeah.
I don't think that until Mog is made Reeve, they're gonna do anything.
Yeah.
However, on that same note, making comments about her being in danger is going to make things worse.
Yeah, so that's why
I would never do anything.
Just like, hey,
sword
safe. Mostly just because the way that he said that, I was like, that
100%.
felt very aggressive. And I'm like, are you good? You gonna be okay? Like, that sounded very serious.
Yeah, I feel like the please be safe.
Yeah.
And then, on that same note, it may not be wise for us to explore.
Yeah, I don't think exploring is a good idea.
As much as I want to.
Yeah, I really want you to.
I want to live.
I don't think exploring
hunker down here.
Yeah.
Maybe close the windows.
Oh, those windows don't close.
Yeah.
What?
Feel the
they
little
don't.
monitors right now.
The close.
Cover them with sheets.
Yeah, I'm feeling very hesitant. Very hesitant.
Nervous.
For some reason, this has me big, like, eggshell shit.
Yep.
Like,
This
is very
is political.
I'm
Yeah.
walking on
This is-
eggshells.
Yeah, it's very. There's lots of politics.
So
and
do
lots
we
of
just
weird
want to
shit going
stay
on.
here
Yeah.
until Zuka comes back?
It gives
or
me time to change my spells.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's the best move, honestly.
while we're doing that, I'm gonna sit outside. Just like watching
That's smart.
people pass by. I'll take up the bodyguard position outside.
Okay.
Just like sitting on the ground.
Mhm.
Just watching.
Okay.
Listening for anything.
As you go outside, across from you, at like a base of a tree, is just one solitary grizzleback soldier who is like sitting there.
Okay.
His like glaive is propped up against the tree, and he's just eating just some like vegetable. Just
Period. Hell
And just
yeah.
looking
Have I
at you.
ever seen this vegetable before?
I feel like you've seen a vegetable before. At least one.
What? It's a cucumber.
He's a
I was actually gonna say it's a cucumber. That's
The
fucking
one vegetable
wild.
I've seen is a cucumber. He's just like mowing down.
Yeah.
I'm like,
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
Just straight up, just.
Where we're like, cucumber! Ah!
I take out my bag of beef jerky. I just.
Kind of like looks over and looks at what he has and goes.
I pull out another one and I just like.
Toss it.
Make a persuasion check. With advantage.
Toss it.
He's not a dire
Okay.
wolf, but it's worth trying.
If it does
Good
what we're
food
talking
is always universal.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Universal currency.
Yeah.
Universal peace offering.
Yes.
Genuinely,
What-
like,
what
you
was
don't
it?
have to speak the same language.
Unnatural 20.
You can just food
He
it
just
up.
goes.
I love that.
He looks left, looks right.
I
kinda
just-
checks down away, and then just.
Nice.
Yeah, food is the language of all
Boys.
living beings.
I'm pretty sure food is considered a universal language. Like, that's just...
Yeah.
I just look at him and just go.
He's just like nodding the entire time he eats it.
I love Dungeons
And then afterwards, he just like crosses his hands and just like keeps watch over like the hut that you're
Cause
at.
was it a silver or a grizzleback?
Grizzleback, so it's a like
The
gorilla.
grizzleback will remember this.
Yep.
Yes! Yes! Anyway, guys, we have an ally.
Yes.
Ally over food.
Got one.
Okay.
Good one.
Ally. Hey. The best way to a man's heart is through his stomach.
Yes.
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 All right. So you guys are spending the rest of this time or day in Zuka's abode.
I'm
just
changing my spells.
Understood? Is there anything
Take a
else you
watch.
guys would like to do, or you're just gonna wait for Zuka's return?
I want to try to tap into, or just like try to connect to whatever that weird feeling is.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
Okay, let me.
or tapping into Zuka's life energy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, if we don't hear from her by the end of the day, I would definitely say that's something worth doing.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm just putting that out there because that's where my brain went. Because I was like, if they fucking kill her,
Copyright.
Copyright strike. We just got struck. What do you go?
What?
Copyright.
You short circuited my brain.
Okay, if you want. So let me
I
get
wonder
this.
what they
I mean,
think about it,
before
right?
you do
Noises.
that, just understanding, clarifying. You guys are spending the rest of the day here until Zuka returns.
Yeah.
There's really nothing else you want to do. Just kind of like keep waiting here.
We are too scared, Keith. We are traumatized to do.
I understand. I'm
anything
just making
else.
sure that if anyone wants to do
Yes.
anything, okay, cool. You guys are going to spend the majority of the day here. It's probably going to be evening by the time Zuka returns.
Okay.
In the meantime, Dara, you're spending this time changing your spells?
Yes.
Okay. Eve, go ahead and roll me d20 plus your proficiency to see if you can tap into this.
I'm doing some push-ups and shit.
Yeah, sure, make an athletics check.
Okay, I'm just trying to keep active.
What a wonderful,
13.
what a wonderful
impressive.
fucking day. 22.
Okay.
I'm rolling.
So,
Well,
this one... sorry. I will... Hold on. Pause.
Halt. We halt.
I keep forgetting to turn off the ice machine while this is going because it's annoying. Where's it? Yes. All right. So, Eve, you would begin to. How do you want to do this? As in tapping into this sense, this feeling that like, whatever this presence is that is affecting your tattoos, and it's. I would describe it as maybe like a slight tingling sensation.
Mhm.
And if you look at your tattoos and really focus on them, it's almost like flickering with light, but like it's so dim that you don't notice it unless you're really looking at it. So how are you trying to hone in on this sense, whatever is affecting your body, your tattoos, which are like intrinsically tied to Ethos as this machine? What are you doing? How do you want to do this?
oh, fuck it. Okay.
Just describe to me like
Yeah.
what Eve would be doing
Yeah.
for flavor.
I think. I guess if. Okay, so. Just trying to remember what I wrote down. Really feeling the info. Has to do. Yeah. I think I try to picture the feeling of like when I first met Delias Varesh, where I like the little tingly feeling that I'm feeling. I think of it as like the gears turning on my body.
Okay.
Tiny little mechanisms, just all, you know, everything's all linked together. Everything's just turning.
Perfect. I love that. So, as you begin to hone in on this feeling, you all would kind of like hear and see this. All of a sudden, you would hear kind of like this kind of sound.
The fuck?
And looking at Eve, she goes catatonic as she like stands up. Like her eyes like roll in the back of her head and are now like replaced with like gears that are just. And the same thing, her entire tattoo and her body, the gears start to and turn. And Eve, are you sitting down or standing up?
Standing up.
Yeah, so she just like. It almost looks like she's possessed.
Okay,
I'm gonna
cool.
go ahead and change the music for
Okay,
this
cool. on the outside, while she has her moment, Mikau definitely shoots the fuck up and runs over there and just grabs, reaches for her arms.
Do not.
What? What?
Do not intervene with.
You don't get the sense that this is a bad thing.
I just worried about her though.
Or
it just looks
you get the sense that it's not a bad thing.
Okay.
It just looks really important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Eve.
just in case she falls, I'm waiting.
I don't know if I've explained this exactly. Visions aren't of this world.
Right.
Right.
You are granted a vision.
Oh.
In this place, you hone in on this feeling. And you guys, again, would see her eyes roll in the back of her head and replaced with the gears that are the same tattoo on her arm, and they are moving. Eve, what you would see are a series of flashing images, like in your brain. The first thing you see is the Rift Dragon that you guys encountered before you went to the Sonoray Sea. You get a picture of this thing in all of its glory, in the sky, wings spread out, void for a head, and then you hear like its strange, high-pitched scream/roar. And then your vision zooms to the archway that when you approached it, activated because of your presence. And your whole body, you feel a physical connection and sensation to this particular archway. The runes on this archway glow the same sort of like blue teal color that is on your tattoo. And it opens up, and then you find yourself going through this portal, this archway. And then all of a sudden, you see the tree in Kirdrogot. And then all of a sudden, the land begins to reverse in time. The tree shrinks into the hole. And as day and night passes, all of a sudden, the hole just becomes solid land and is not there. And it just stops. Your vision is then guided to the rift. And you see and hear the rift shatters. And a comet explodes and creates this hole. Let me rephrase that because I did fuck up. The rift doesn't shatter. Vasilius, you would see, I'm so sorry, I messed up my order of operations here. You look towards the rift, Vasilius goes through, and then something comes back through the rift as Vasilius goes through. So something enters into Ethos. This thing begins to explode as it enters, and as the rift closes, a part of this thing, this massive thing, shoots down like a comet, explodes, and then creates the hole.
No longer a comet, but an asteroid.
Yeah.
Meteor.
Sorry. And then your vision, time would go forward more, and you would start to see the tree begin to grow again. Time is now fast forwarding until you are focused on the rift once more. This time, the rift shatters and the comet comes through and lands inside the hole of Kirdrogot.
So that was 100 years ago, I think. We'll get there.
I'm having a stroke.
We'll get there.
Sorry, I definitely did mess that up.
So the rift when Vasilius dipped out, which was when the last departure happened, right?
Eve saw an explosion and something came into this world, and
Created
then
the hole.
a part of it came down and created the hole that is Kirdrogot. Time fast forwards, the rift shatters and a comet comes through and enters Kirdrogot.
So what exploded?
You don't know.
But it was
Okay.
the thing that
Yes.
came through. It
Yes.
it came through.
Yes.
Okay, I need to fix my notes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Apologize for messing that up. Anyways,
I'm following.
after that, you see another archway, and it's embedded into this tree in Kirdrogot, and there are runes around it that glow and then fizzle out, and then you see as time begins to, like, fast forward even more, the runes begin to, like, crumble or erode. And then you would see something. You wouldn't even see it, but you get a feeling that there is something here connected to the rift, but it's strange. This thing feels not particularly whole, but you sense a kindness from it.
Is my theory correct?
And you sense loneliness. You also sense this thing is scared. The last thing you see is a flash of this void-like head before you are bamped back into your body and just
Hey, you okay? You good? No, take your time. Take a second. Sit down. Sit, like, more comfortably. Sit comfortably.
Thank you.
Double check in. Open. Basilius, go. Meow. Thing, come in.
I'll go
Okay.
over the order of operations.
Make hole, shatter, new thing come in, go in hole, tree.
Chronologically, Vasilius leaves the rift.
Yeah.
Something comes through,
Yeah.
makes the hole that is
Hole.
Kirdrogot. Tree begins to grow,
Okay.
and then rift shatters.
Something
Comet
else.
comes down and lands in Kirdrogot.
In hole. So that's
Yes.
probably the thing we're trying
From
to
100
find.
years ago, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that happened 100 years ago.
Yeah.
So
What the fuck
Kirdrogot has been here
exploded?
for thousands of years.
I hope I wrote everything in the correct order.
Yeah,
I mean, it
I'm
doesn't have to be
understanding
in correct order. You just understand that
Yeah.
there were two things that
That
landed
came here.
into Kirdrogot. One created the hole, one landed inside. And now you get the sense that there is something here, something powerful, and that's where you got all these feelings from.
Okay,
Yeah.
so the I'm trying to remember because also based on hold on. Based on because 100 years ago, that's when the thing came through, and then when we were talking to the dragons, that was so that was 100 years ago. So dragon time didn't happen until 100 years ago, but something else came through and made the tree through the rift.
Yeah.
So void dragon Callan came through and landed down there. Ooh, that's weird. Okay.
The timeline is currently hurting my brain.
Yeah, because didn't they say, didn't the dragons, the ancient dragons say that the void dragon was very, like, it kind of claimed this area as its territory?
Not
Like this
Kirdrogot.
region or further south?
Before you
Serenity.
before you enter the Sonoray Sea, there was a portion of the
Okay.
Riftlands that it was
So-
like, this is my territory.
So if it landed, if the void dragon landed down in there, he would have had to go meow at some point.
Comet shattered, right?
Oh, so a piece of it.
Yep.
So that could have been the piece that had
The
him
only
in
thing
it.
in Eve's vision, though, specifically saw the comet come into Kirdrogot. But
But
yes.
we already knew that the comet shattered.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that part of it went elsewhere.
Yep.
And so there's
Yeah.
So
it's
now
split.
you essentially saw
Okay.
where the other part of the comet actually
Went
landed.
to. Okay, cool. So it's down there.
Yep.
In 2?
Only 2.
Only two went.
Okay,
It's just
so-
random debris pieces. Okay. Okay.
I think I'm cooking in the brain palace, and I don't like it.
I have a
I
couple
don't like it.
things.
My current running theory is starting to sound more.
Well, write down your theories because you
You're
might
right.
be correct.
I did.
But we gotta keep going on this.
We gotta keep it. I need my theory to be proven.
Okay. I need to fix
Because
my
I will
notes.
Okay,
actually.
I'm back.
Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Do you need water?
This is where the comet landed.
The
I'm
one with
listening for that
the dragon thing?
Yes. Yeah, the very same.
So like part of it ended up here?
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
okay.
it's a good thing we came down here.
Yeah.
There's a...
He thinks we probably shouldn't talk too in detail about it.
But, what the fuck was it? But keep that one archway that we went through in mind.
Understood.
The one we entered.
Okay. Got this. Okay.
There's another one here, and
Okay.
the part of me resonated with it,
Okay.
which is how we ended up escaping with our lives.
I just want to go. I hate this. I just want to go. I don't like sitting. I don't like fucking waiting. I don't like waiting to talk to people and having conversations and getting permission. I just want to go.
I know.
You would hear the curtains
I really-
ruffle, and Ornan, you would see Zuka approaching first, and she just goes, "Oh, Ornan."
Well, welcome back, Zuka, and I say it loud enough for everyone to
Yeah, and
hear.
that's when you hear the ruffling of the curtains as Zuka and Ornan would approach.
Oh, hey!
Greetings.
How was your time with Mogg?
Is that how Macau canonically pronounces it?
No, he doesn't know how it's spelled.
Mug.
Because of our encounter with the grizzlebacks from previously today, Mog had some concerns with me housing some trespassers, as he calls it, intruders. But I told him not to worry, that you are my guests. And, well, he did try again to intimidate me, to get him to see his side of things and the value that this town could provide if it were just to give its power to Reeve Fireforge. But I stand resolute.
Oh, good for you.
I was able to arrange a meeting, though.
Nice.
Thank
you.
Tomorrow
Thank you so
at
much.
midday, we will have a meeting with Reeve Pongo and the rest
Okay.
of the council.
Cool. That feels quite official. That's a little scary.
I mean, the last time we got audience was, well, essentially
jeez.
waiting in line. You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yeah.
A part of me feels very nervous. I don't
My stomach just did a
do
thing.
official.
Are you hungry?
No.
Perhaps I
Yeah.
can provide supper
I just
for my
don't-
guests.
That would
I don't
be...
want to like impose. That feels.
Please.
I don't know. Okay. Sure.
Would you like a hand with anything?
Oh, that would be wonderful, sweetie.
I can also help.
Oh, well, I could definitely use some muscles.
Oh, shucks!
Well, why don't you two follow me and we can go pick some fresh ingredients and come back and we'll have ourselves a feast.
Can we look out for some extra berries for Gawain?
She looks over towards Gawain, who's probably perched on Dara at this point.
Yeah, probably
Yeah.
preening himself, yeah.
Yeah. Of course. So, she would lead you outside and to this
Exploration time!
more open patch of land where you see there are just an abundance of crops of all different sorts. And as you enter, she kind of she'd be holding like a wicker basket that she carries from home, and would just go around and kind of like in a very grandmotherly kind of like tone would just kind of like address like what do you want to eat, what do you like, what kind of like fruits and vegetables to pick, and all the while she's just kind of like grabbing an assortment of things on her own. She grabs like a fruit and goes, oh, I think you might like this, and then just would like toss it to one of you.
I mean, what's your favorite to cook? What's your favorite meal?
Oh, well, I like to just chop everything up and just fry it all over a bed of rice, and it sounds lovely.
That sounds great. I would like to try that.
Sounds heavenly.
We'll have to go pick some herbs and spices then.
Ooh, got some zucchinis we can grill.
Of course. Perhaps I can make you my famous zucchini bread.
Ooh.
It's quite a delicacy.
That sounds so good.
We'll have a proper feast tonight.
I
So,
was like, tavern food is good, but nothing is better than a home cooked meal. You know what I'm saying?
we'll let Zuka cook for you. And she kind of just like pats you on the shoulder.
I love her so much.
I'm about to pick up the ingredients for that just to make it in there
So,
ready.
You guys would go and pick all these herbs and spices and ingredients, and then she would stop by what looks like a small like marketplace. Like it is just kind of like there's the natural road, and then on either side are just like these small like open stalls. And she would walk up to one grizzleback who has like an apron on, and he is like selling like flour and sugar and these other kind of things that you would have to like get imported or go find somewhere else. And she goes over it and like gets a thing of flour and sugar and whatever else she would need for a zucchini bread. And then about like an hour later would come back, and then there are like 3 wicker baskets full of just ingredients and then some other things. And she sets them all down, and then with the help of Ornan and Eve would begin making quite a feast for you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Do they refer to the tree as anything specific, like the big tree, just for note-taking purposes, instead of saying the tree? Like, do they call it anything, or is it just the tree?
You haven't asked.
Oh,
They have not really said anything about it.
okay. I would
does seem
casually. We
important.
don't have to do a whole thing, but I would at some point casually ask her, Zuka, if they refer to the tree as anything other than just the tree, or if it's like the branch of Vatakun.
Well, many people call it many different things. Some the stairway or the stairwell. Some the pillar of life or the branch of Vatakun. Many different things.
Okay.
Told you.
Okay. Okay.
But
Okay.
yes, as we Raesh, we do worship some of the gods here, mainly that of Asunta, Fane. So this, and she kind of like looks out the window, gesturing to the large trunk that just rises up. We had learned that this large tree is not quite a tree, but a part of it. A branch of what you know as Vatakun, goddess of the Biosphere. We assume that underneath our land is a larger tree, a pillar that holds up the Biosphere. And this is just a mere small branch. Quite magnificent, yes?
It was pretty neat.
With how large it is and what it can provide for people. Provides us a way out of Kirdrogot if we so seek it. Provides shade for us, provides nourishment and life, a home for all these lovely critters.
Okay, cool.
I have to ask a question out of the blue because I love reading the lore channels in the middle of session.
Ah,
Are the progenitor gods common knowledge?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's
Sort of
cool.
stupid. Anyway, there's something that we should have definitely been questioning forever ago and never did.
Oh.
Acrodamus.
What about him?
Archway.
Yeah. Portals.
God of portals and transition. Anyway!
Oh yeah.
I didn't think he was. For whatever reason,
Yeah.
I thought the progenitor gods were not common knowledge, which doesn't make any sense, but I was convinced.
So, yeah, the progenitor gods just aren't. They are considered lesser deities because
Okay.
they don't serve the blooming gods like the gods do.
They're just kind of hanging out.
The progenitor
Alright.
gods are more so just beings of incredible power.
Period. There's gods and then there's
Okay.
beings of incredible
So,
power.
example, Acrodamus is not recognized as an actual god because all of his powers only revolve around portals and
Okay.
transitions between different planes of existence.
Okay.
To them is not a god, just a being who's capable of doing that.
And they can like kind of work alongside each other.
Yes.
But not. It's like.
Because as
bank,
you know,
bank and bank.
Kaiser and Acrodamus work hand in hand together.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you were to look at Kazaya or Valenfjord, these are immortal creatures and are titans, if you will.
Okay.
But they provide a very specific thing, which is Valenfjord, ice, Kazaya, fire.
Yeah.
And that's where like those elements come into play in the Biosphere.
Okay.
So they provide things for the Biosphere, but they are not recognized as a... They are recognized as lesser deities. That's what
Yeah.
the progenitor gods pantheon is. They are the lesser deities of the Biosphere, not higher tier gods.
Okay. But for all intents and purposes, they're usually referred to as because they are referred to as the progenitor gods. So they're kind of like, okay, yeah, they're gods, but not really. Like they're kind of up there, but not quite.
Yes.
They're just referred to as like, oh, that's the god of this, but they're not at
Correct.
the same like ranking.
So, yeah, because if
Okay.
they'll say like Kaiser, god of death, and then there's Acrodamus, master of portals and transitions.
Oh, I see. And they're
Meanwhile, the Stygian Supreme and Hell Prime are just there.
Yep, they are considered lesser deities because they are not gods, but they are rulers
they're
of
masters
higher
of
power.
their specific things.
Yes, correct.
So rather than the god of portals and transitions, he is the master of portals and transitions.
Correct.
Oh,
Because the gods are able to just
God.
kind of like go wherever they want, but when it comes to specifically like portals for magic reasons and transitioning between different planes, Acrodamus has the power to open and close doors for the gods to go through.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have the understanding in my head
Yeah.
that I cannot put into proper words, but I get it.
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
a god.
understood.
Okay, understood. Noted.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm gonna shit
course.
my pants. Okay.
This is why
Anyway.
I love lore and writing shit, because I get to explain things like this.
I love this shit. I am a lore whore.
Yeah.
I
Me
am
too.
a lore whore. I love this shit.
Gotta leak lore all over the place.
No.
I mean,
No. I mean, yes, but not like that. I love all the lore, but please, for the love of God.
Understood. Okay,
we'd be
so
here for 7 days.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't want it to be
we're
leaked.
on different pages.
I would love to sit here for hours and talk about lore, but if it's gonna be leaked,
Yeah, that's weird.
the jar with facilities, I don't. Yeah, see, I don't want to deal with that.
that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking about lore juice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Lord
That's what I'm
juice,
saying.
the
The
container
box-
that Facilius
Keep it
has contained it.
And every once in a while,
The
you
box
take a little
juice.
bit of it and you go, huzzah! And you throw it into the air.
We're getting off this topic.
What
Anyways,
you get.
You're
That's what
collecting
I
I
What?
need my theory is correct. Let's get back to
I didn't
it.
do
Turning
anything.
to me, looking directly in my eyes and
Listen,
going,
you were just the
jar.
closest person that was also giving me eye contact. So,
Yeah. Sorry, I like to make sure that you know I'm paying attention.
yeah.
Let's get edible food for this dinner.
I swear to God, I thought you were going to say, let's get edibles. And I was like, what the fuck? Anyways, okay, yes. So, Zuka, Eve, and Ornan, you guys would finish up this meal, and she serves different, like, fried vegetables, large bowls of rice for you all, and then you would begin to help her with baking the zucchini bread. And by the time you guys sit down and eat, it is placed into some like, for lack of better terms, oven, but like primitive oven. I have no idea what
Brick
the
oven.
Like a brick oven.
Sure, brick
Those
oven. There you go.
exist,
Yeah. I just didn't know if it like if there's another word for it. I'm just like oven makes sense to me, but it's not a modern day oven. It is over a fire, so like
Yeah.
or Dutch oven, brick oven.
I think it has
What's a
just
Dutch
been
oven?
considered
Pretty sure it's been an oven for a
brick
very
oven
long
for a
time.
Okay, so yeah, an oven.
Hell yeah.
Oven of sort.
As long as we're all under the same.
Oven adjacent.
It is just a pure mechanical oven, electricity sourced by herself as she zaps it alive. No,
Understood. Makes sense to me.
Okay,
This
but yeah.
is Zuka
So
we're talking
now
about.
this hut or tent is now filled with the aroma of fried vegetables, fried food, and now the sweet scent of a baking zucchini bread.
Fuck yeah.
But you guys go ahead and enjoy your food. It is very delicious. The mixture of these vegetables go very well together and provide a very just nice sensation and taste to all of it, especially with the herbs and spices she also uses as well.
Nice.
See, I'm having very much like a candy attachment to her. I was like,
Oh,
in my
don't
mind,
do
she
that.
is now
Not
my
again.
grandmother.
Don't do
No.
that.
They'll kidnap you
Grandma
too.
Zuka.
Oh! You lay a
nothing.
hand on her, you will face my wrath!
Literally, the first traces of baking ovens date back to the time of ancient Egyptians around the 3rd millennium BC.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
I
Third millennium.
was more so trying to look to see if like there was another word for oven.
yeah, that's what I was also trying to think of. But
Like if there's a more primitive term for it. For
We're
what I'm thinking
talking-
about, but brick oven makes sense.
The
or
earliest
clay
known-
oven even.
the earliest known ovens date back to around 6500 BC in ancient Egypt, where bread baking was a common
Yeah.
practice.
Because I know bread baking's been around forever.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of like, yeah. Anyways,
Put it in the dome. Like, put it in the heat dome.
in the heat dough.
That's all I got.
So, you guys, is there anything else you want to do, or you just finish up your meal?
I guess we just finish up.
Yeah, as a parent, I just want to finish up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm eager to
I have-
get to the arch. I want to go.
I have so many questions.
I have a million
So-
questions.
I want to see if my theory is correct.
You guys finish up your meal.
Yeah.
She would serve tea again, and then by this time the zucchini bread is finished, and she would serve it to you all. It's a very nice, sweet zucchini bread with just a hint of cinnamon in it.
Oh yeah, baby.
And you guys feel like you are well taken care of, and you're in a semi-safe place. You know that there's the grizzleback outside who is still just like watching over this hut. And then whatever
I
that
made friends
strange
with
Keelton
him.
creature was that was observing you, you don't get the feeling of being watched, so you would assume that this thing has continued on its way doing whatever it's doing.
I'm still keeping my papers peeved. I don't trust.
So after
Trust
your
Zuka, don't trust
meal,
people.
it would start to get dark, but in here, fireflies would kind of like illuminate the area, making it sort of more of a magical place, because you wouldn't be able to see the light of a ware around here, but instead fireflies, hanging lanterns, hooded torches,
Yeah.
covered torch.
Keith, I
Sorry,
just
covered
want-
lanterns.
I just want to let
lanterns.
you know you have
Lampposts.
created
Jesus, lamps, whatever.
like my
Standing
favorite
torches.
atmosphere that I've always wanted to live in.
It's cozy.
Oh, yeah, it is very much cozy forest vibes. And much like being in the refugee camp, you would hear the kind of like ambient sounds of like the other Raesh bedding down for the night, kind of sharing meals together, sitting around like fires or in their cozy little huts. But yeah, it's unlike any of the places you've been, even in Sky Exanis, where like this light rain and kind of the watchful eye of Mother Serpent, that area provided a comfortable atmosphere, but this is like a community-wide, cozy, comfortable feeling that you're getting. And in a way, because of what Zuka has been telling you guys and the way that they have lived for so long and what she's trying to protect and maintain, you get the sense of what she's trying to maintain as tradition for the Raesh, which is exactly this. All of these creatures here seem to be happy and content and comfortable with what they're doing. There is no judgment or discrimination between any of these creatures. There is almost no conflict whatsoever here. It is the closest you've seen to an actual utopian in the biosphere.
Yeah, that's true.
love it
With
here.
that, with night approaching, or night is now here, I guess, Zuka finishing up whatever just kind of like small talk or conversations you guys might have had, she would ask you, so, Riftseekers, would you like to stay here for the night, or are you planning to return above ground? You're more than welcome to stay.
I don't know. I feel like regardless of where we go, I feel like we should not all sleep at the same time.
I would agree with that.
I would definitely agree. I would feel better if we would stay down here.
I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would too.
Okay.
I feel like it's our best bet to make sure nothing goes awry.
It's also just proximity.
It's also cozy as shit.
Also
It
true.
is so pretty down here. Are
Remind-
you kidding me?
Reminds me of home. It's a
I
lot
never
like,
got to experience any of this while in Aegis.
It's a lot like the swamp.
Really?
Is it?
In terms of the atmosphere, we also had dancing fireflies.
This
The
one.
houses were pretty much built in the trees above the swamp water.
I mean, I
Because
was
I haven't
like,
been to the swamp.
I was like, the most comfort I felt like this was when I traveled back with Dara to Efflorescence. I was like,
Yeah,
that's
and even Lunamer is more human.
so
Sounds
this,
magical.
this is a comfort that you don't get to feel very often, and I don't want to miss the opportunity of
Yeah.
staying in it.
Okay. I can stay awake first.
I can take second.
I can take a third.
Okay.
I kind of want to take this all in.
Yeah.
Well, for those of you who want to get some shut-eye, there's an extra room over here.
Thank you.
And so she would kind of like remove another or push another curtain aside, and you would see that there's a place. There's like one section that looks to be like a hammock, and then she would go and like take pillows or other like sheets that she would have and kind of like lay them out like a bedspread for you guys to have just to like sleep on the floor.
All I can see in my mind is Macau up in the hammock, but with like 7 blankets draping over his body, but not
Just
like,
for the weight.
but not burrito tucked in, just like over him, like over the hammock.
Yeah.
Just like a big lump in the hammock.
Macau is a nester through and through.
Yes. And I was like, as soon as I heard the hammock, I was like, I can definitely just see Macau just burrowed
Yeah.
in it.
God, the thought of being in a hammock with a bunch of blankets and it's slowly rocking. But I am a baby!
I pass out immediately.
I need to be rocked!
No, but like blanket in the hammock so that none of like
Yeah, the rope is digging into you.
so like
Yeah.
blanket in the hammock and then like pillow at the side and then just blanket.
Oh my god.
Yes.
The last time I slept in a hammock, I was a very small child, and so that sounds like a fucking delight. The way I conked so hard, oh my god, I need that again. But yeah, I will remain
So-
awake.
Macau, you're taking first watch.
Yes.
Okay. So the rest of you would bed down for a bit until your watch is called. So Macau, what are you doing?
So people like went. Did everybody go into like the other room
Yep.
that was offered? Okay.
Into this like open
Oh.
bedroom, I guess you could call it.
It can wait. I'll just. No, I'll wait.
Uh-huh.
I have questions I need to ask people, but I need to like wait for the right time. I will kind of just like post up like in a spot where I can see through each of the windows.
Sure. Yeah.
And every once in a while, kind of get up and stretch my legs and move around so I can see through the windows, like different parts that I couldn't see when I was stationary.
Yeah. Make a perception check.
I'm just hanging out. Maybe just doing a little dancey dance. I don't know.
Keeping yourself limber by moving.
17.
Okay.
Or yeah.
With a 17, it gets pretty quiet as night passes on. You would hear like the chirping of crickets and like ambient wildlife. At some point, you would hear like grunting and shifting. And as you look outside past the curtains, you can see that the Grizzleback is like changing shifts with someone else.
I will watch the entire exchange.
Yep.
And every few seconds, look elsewhere and then look back. Look elsewhere, look back.
Yeah, essentially all you see is like the Grizzleback like on all fours looking over this guy who's just and then you just see
Watch.
and this thing is sleep. Just a little bit. And you just like smacks him across the head and just and he just like stomps off and the other one just goes and he stands there and just like on his halberd and just kind of like leans on it and is just looking towards the hut.
Okay. Towards the hut that we're in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the other Grizzleback was doing the exact same
Yeah.
thing, so
Okay. Just making sure.
I don't, because I don't know how long they've been posted up outside. Like, if it was a recent thing since
don't-
we like entered her house.
I'm pretty sure because I don't think there was anybody there when we got here.
Was like because
Okay.
they are fairly like.
Take basically just spend more time looking around, making sure things are good. At one point, I will go to like the room that everybody else is sleeping in, and I'll just kind of like lean up against the doorway and spend a little bit of time just looking at everybody
Mm-hmm.
and just thinking real hard, and then I will go back out and keep looking out the windows and stuff.
Okay. As you're in the room with everyone, at some point you would just hear like
I'm trying to locate. Echo
You
locate.
s- yeah.
Oh! Who is that? Who is that, bitch?
You know that it's Songbird and you
Yeah.
can see her speaking.
Are her eyes open?
No.
Okay, cool. I will lock in
Mhm.
and I will kind of like try to focus in on whatever the fuck she's saying.
Make a perception check.
And like try to read her lips
Sure.
and see if I can just listen real fucking hard. I block out all the nature. Please! Lower the DC.
Well, it is.
What do you want? That smells good.
I want you to roll.
I'll keep it. 15. Oh, and then an 18 right after that. That's crazy.
It's almost like you should have rolled in the box.
Well,
You would hear her speaking ever so softly, and it's like her voice slightly changes every once in a while. You hear a conversation, at least between two different personalities. Just a little longer. It's been fun. I'm getting kind of bored, though. Let me have a run. We can go do something, see sights. No, don't let him back. Not yet. Not yet. Too walled off. Doesn't like us. Doesn't like us. And that's it.
I don't like this.
I know what's happening there. Okay. And then
The rest of your shift would go on with
Yeah.
nothing else happening.
After that exchange, I like go to leave, and then I stop. I look at her again, and then I look over at Eve, and I think real hard, and then I turn and go back out. And swim just.
Okay, who's next?
That's me.
All right, Ornan, you're woken up by Macau.
Jesus fucking. Hey, get the fuck up. Get up. Get up. It's a ghost. I'll fucking kill you. Get up. Okay, go the fuck to sleep. I would love to have fun on your shift.
Something.
Okay, Jeff. Fuck you, man. And then I like talk myself in and go, oh, Ornan. What? I love you. And then I roll back over.
For all you listeners out there, Macau just flipped off Ornan.
Love you. And then I roll back over.
I just stop. I'm like grabbing some of my gear and I'm like,
Don't read into it.
He's reading into it, guys.
Professional read intuiter.
Go ahead and roll perception.
I would like to say, I was like, Macau did exactly what Ornan would do. So just like checking like all the windows, like stationary.
On guard.
Sometimes check like outside. They do a sweep of the perimeter.
Of course.
Oh, that was almost really bad. Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty fucking good.
22.
Your shift goes on, and there is really nothing to report.
Alright.
There's no shift change. The Grizzleback is still standing there. Every once in a while, you see him just kind of like his eyes begin to like close, but he just shakes himself awake. Yeah, there's really nothing else that happens. It's very quiet now. Like
Even while checking outside, like no like footprints or anything,
no footprints around your house.
except for the ones I'm creating.
Yeah,
Yeah, those
you
are
walk
gotcha.
around once and you see footprints. You're like, oh, someone's been here.
And then I put my foot up to it and I'll go,
Oh shit.
oh, it's just me.
Damn, he's big just like me.
This fucker's huge!
He's huge.
This guy.
I just like take my shoe off. I'm like, why are we the exact same size? We're the exact same shoe.
It says made from Iggis.
It's like, is there a doppelganger? No. And I put my shoe back on.
You look into the forest, you see another view looking back at you.
Yeah, I'm just like,
So scary. Okay.
That's so scary.
Oh, scary! Can you imagine?
Anyways,
I go,
yeah, nothing happens.
I go wake up Eve. Just like a very, just like gentle shake. Eve, time to wake up. Eve,
that you, Ornan?
Eve.
Hi.
It's like a big marshmallow.
Hi. Morning.
Oh my god.
Where are we?
It's time for your shift.
Right. Yeah, thank you. Get some sleep, big guy.
I will. Hold on, I got to do something real quick. And I just walk over, I just...
Hello?
He didn't mean that.
Yes. No, it's not. It's
Ornan. Sit, boy.
Just all of a sudden it's a necklace on me and I'm like, what the fuck is it? And I'm like,
I cast tungsten balls. Okay. Perception check, Evelyn.
you received just another like gentle.
So today's the day that I get really good rolls. I was a nat 20. Yeah.
Perception!
44!
Is he back?
To get in the same energy as for Gotham.
So something happens,
He's back.
clearly.
I was about to say our Lashunta is back, and I was like, no,
Different
no, different universe.
No,
That's in
different.
space.
Wrong one.
No, I know.
Next week.
Hmm.
The videos I received from your friends.
Damn, I'm really trying to think, but honestly, I'm being so genuine here. Nothing happens. You are on the lookout for everything. Trying to find anything suspicious, anything moving, anything you can see or hear. You really look out for everything. The only thing you'd be able to hear is once again that sweet song that you heard when you were out with Yortamil.
Damn.
Other than that, unfortunately, with a nat 20, nothing special happens. But you know that you are safe. There is no one watching you. There's no one around you that poses any sort of threat. For the rest of the night, you are safe. You know that for a fact.
I mean, at least that's a good feeling.
Yeah. And that does kind of lead into one of the little things I wanted to do.
What you want to do?
I just wanted to sense Yortamil's life energy. Just knowing how he's doing.
Go
He
ahead.
said he's fine, but... And I'm sure he is. But... Man, I'm just...
Fine is not the word I would use to describe him.
No, not at all.
I mean, he's fine.
He handled it like a champ.
No.
That being said...
Alright.
I feel like a very respectful champ, but that's still.
Yeah.
That's
Which is why I'm rolling for this, man.
You know what? We'll keep your nat 20. How about
Fucking
we'll
thank you.
allow that?
Cool.
Because
Nice.
I don't want to waste that nat 20
Yeah.
for nothing.
Yeah.
Sure. On your watch, after knowing you are safe and sound for the rest of the night, you tap into Yortamil's life energy and are able to do so quite easily. You can sense his heartbeat, and I will have you roll insight, though, to see if you can grasp a deeper understanding of his sense of being. It is nighttime, so yeah, if you want to use that, totally fair.
Nat 20.
My fucking god!
You're joking.
Kasade blesses you. Insane. Okay,
Whoa.
so
Kasade is out here.
you...
that's three?
She loves
Yeah,
you.
3 today.
She's
Insane.
loving that side of the table.
So,
About fucking
you
time.
understand
No fucking
exactly
kids.
how he feels. From sensing his heartbeat and really honing in on it, you gain a deeper understanding of Yortamil's sense of self. Currently, right now, he's back where you and him met at, in that like meadow area, and he is just lying, like propped up against the hill, looking towards the sky. Just kind of like lounging there. You get a sense of longing and coming to terms with recent events. His heart is broken. He is saddened that after waiting for so long, yearning to be by your side, but because of his duties, it has kept him away from you. You understand that a part of him hoped that you would return, and after everything could create something more together, a life together. But there is a small part of him that you feel that is more logical, more sensible, a little bit pessimistic. Knowing that your time away from each other for so long, for all those years, a part of him knew that you had a chance of moving on. And so now he's just coming to terms with these conflicting feelings. Sense of losing hope. And realizing that his logical side was correct. And then there's this other feeling, this sense of duty. That he's here for a reason. He's here to help people. He's here to figure out a way for these refugees to be sheltered from the war. He wants to get back to Ocelia. He wants to make sure that it stands. He wants to help Adelaide. He wants to understand what exactly is going on. Why this is happening now. And you also get a feeling from him, like an idea that you were meant for something greater. Something more beyond him. And it's a confusing feeling for himself, not knowing if it's something selfish or something else. As in, he believes that he might not mean as much to you as you do to him, because of the power you now hold and the connections you have that are way above him. You have access to these gods, this power of yours. And then he wonders, what chance did I ever have? She is far greater than I will ever be. I must remain on this path. I must keep moving forward. I have a duty to the gods, to my people, and to my city. I will keep the oath that I took. I will ensure that everyone on Skathin continues to live. I will make sure that my Eve continues to live. And with that, your connection would fade away with him.
Yeah. Nat 20s are pretty good, huh?
Yeah.
Yes. That's just like a single tear just kind of like runs down her face. And like, how high up are the windows? The open windows?
About face height.
Okay, cool. Just
For like Zuka, so that would be like 5 feet, something like that.
yeah. I just want to, with a little boost from my broom, just kind of make sure I get up there to sit on the windowsill and just kind of look out and look around and just reflect on those thoughts of her and just kind of reassures herself that she's doing the right thing.
Of course.
That, she's got quite possibly the biggest cheerleader rooting for her. And that he's willing to let go like for her and for everything. Yeah, it's just a lot is weighing on her mind, and she's taking in a place that resembles her home, minus the lack of humidity. Yeah,
That's beautiful. I love that.
Wow.
Okay. So, your shift would pass without anything happening. Morning would come. You would begin to hear The noises of these Raesh begin to awaken and go about their day. The wildlife becomes more lively, more active, and you're kind of awakened by the sounds of these creatures. The rest of you feel well fed, well rested, nourished, refreshed, and ready to take on what's ahead of you.
It is the 7th of Stratifor!
Gawain did, in fact, have a nice berry feast, by the way.
Feast.
Huh?
Gawain had a berry feast because we made sure to pick up extra berries for him.
Yeah.
Gawain is also very well fed.
Peas. Bathroom break.
And so, with full bellies and cozy beds, the Riftseekers find themselves well rested. Kirdrogot is becoming more and more complex as they begin to learn more about it. Our protagonists awake the next morning with a goal to accomplish. Well, that's all I have for you today. If you want more, why not consider subscribing to our channel? We have much more for you to explore and enjoy here at the End Archives. And come join our Discord. There you can talk to the players of the campaign and be a part of our lovely community. Thank you again for listening, dear friend, and goodbye for now.